Hello, everyone. This is Professor Forkner, and I just wanted to give you a quick tour of Blackboard. This is mostly for those of you who haven't taken online class with us before. If you've taken one of our online classes, this will be redundant. You'll already know all this information, but just because we're all in kind of different places, I think that it can be valuable to just show you where everything is and give you a better grasp of how the class is going to work. So my name is John Forkner, Professor Forkner. I have an MFA in acting and directing from Regent University, class of 2018. That feels like it's getting farther and farther away. And so welcome to the class. These courses were developed by our faculty here at the Regent Theater Department. And I will be your guide as we go through the next 8 weeks. Now, this is what you're seeing on your screen. This is just sort of a general class. So even if I'm going to share this video between a few different online classes. So even though it's not exactly, if you aren't in text analysis, um, uh, don't worry because this information is pretty much standard. This is how our online classes are laid out. Okay, so the first thing to tell you is that there is no set class meeting time. We don't meet on Zoom every Monday and Wednesday or anything like that. These classes really are kind of self-directed. One of the reasons for that is because there are people in these classes who tend to be from all over the country, in some cases all over the world. And we've also got folks in these classes who have busy lives. So they'll be working all day and then they have things to take care of in the evening. And so it can be difficult to schedule a time where we all are here together meeting over Zoom. And so that's why uh, we may have occasional points in over the course of this class where I will have a Zoom open house that you are welcome to come to. But generally speaking, you guys are on your own for this one. I'm here, and you will be hearing from me a lot, probably more than you want to hear from me. So you're not. When I say you're on your own, what I mean is that you will have to. I'm not going to be checking in with you personally, as a class to make sure that you're keeping up with the assignments. That's another reason why I feel like this is a beneficial video for you to watch, especially if you're new. Okay, so first, when you come into our class, whether it's research and aesthetics or theater and culture, or in this case, text analysis, the first thing you're going to see is announcements. Now, the announcements are one of the main ways that I will communicate with all of you. So when I post an announcement, you ought to be getting a little email and make sure you read the announcements. I really need to stress that. This is this is my best way to communicate with all of you, that maybe there's something that it needs to be brought to your attention, or I'm directing you to some resources. Please read the announcements when I post them. Sometimes they can get a little bit wordy. In that case, I will often include an audio version so that you can listen to it, perhaps those of you who are commuting, or in some cases, I'll include a video version of the announcement just to make your lives a little bit easier. The point of this is not to overwhelm you. You have a lot of reading in these courses, and so it's my goal is to get the information to you as clearly as possible so that you don't feel like you're left out or you don't know what's going on. So welcome to the announcements page. That's where we are right now. As you can see, week 1 is now open. And I'll explain to you a little bit more about what that means. Details are here, but I'll show you where the course content folder is, because everything that you're going to do in this course, every week, you will need to access your study folder for the week. And this contains your reading assignments, supplemental lectures or resources, videos, all that jazz. Okay, so where is the course content folder? Where can I want to get started on week one. Where do I go? By the way, I'm in student preview mode, so I'm trying to show you what it's going to look like for you. When in the professor or the instructor mode, you can see all of the, the building blocks that go into editing this. So I'm just trying to give it to you the way you're going to see it. So course content over here, see where I am in this blue column. Course content is the big one. You're going to click there, and you can see, just like the announcement said, week one is available to you. Everyone's own Aristotle. Ooh. Those of you who've already taken text analysis, you'll remember this. Those of you who haven't yet, welcome. And as you see, I click here, it's going to give you an overview of the week. And this is for, again, like I say, across the board for all of the classes. You'll have an overview of the week. Sometimes this will include a video lecture from the professor who developed the course. And then you'll have the study folder here, and you'll find this week's study materials inside this folder. So I'm going to click here, and I see, okay, these are some things that I'm going to be watching for. Study materials. Okay, oh, it tells me what books we're reading, what page numbers, supplemental PDFs. Ah, very nice. We've got some videos to watch, all that sort of thing. So that's the study folder. That's going to be a lot of the content that you'll be focusing on that week. Now, then you've got an assignment. You've got an assignment. This is your homework. So right here, week one assignments, I'm going to click on the assignments folder. And this is your assignment for the week. Every week pretty much has an assignment. You've got a homework assignment pretty much every week. So, so just pay attention to all of that. You've got a description here of what the assignment is. And going back in our study folder, the next thing, and this is again across the board for all of our classes, one of the main ways that that we participate in this course, and that I see how you're doing with the material, is through the discussion forum. And the way that you access your weekly discussion board is by clicking here. And I'm going to get a dead end because I'm not a student and I'm not registered. But what you're going to do is you're going to look for group discussion board, and you'll see your name and your group. Most of the time the classes are just lumped in one big group, but sometimes if we have a lot of students, 15 or 20 students, we'll divide them up into two groups or so. And so just click on your discussion forum, and that will take you to a page where you can see the group discussion board. That's what you're looking for, the group discussion board, so that you can chat with your group, or chat. You're going to be writing a response to a prompt every week. Now, one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up, this is very important that you understand that you can get to the group discussion board here. You can also get to the group discussion board here. It might be easier to just follow the link that's in your week study folder, but you can also go through the back door and do that here. One of the reasons why this is very important, okay, is because if I click on discussion board here, this takes me to the whole class discussion board. This is like the big public discussion board. This is where you're going to post your say hellos. This is where you're going to, if you have questions, if there's a problem with the course, so something says it's due on a certain day, and maybe it's something that I forgot to update, which is very likely, you can post that here. Prayer requests, please do use this. We want to keep all of you in prayer over the course of this next 8 weeks. So this is the public discussion board. All right. This is where you're going to post your say hello. Your weekly discussion board writing prompts are not going to be here. They're going to be, like I say, in the group discussion board. So I'm going to go back to course content, and I'm going to access the group discussion board, which will take me to my weekly writing prompt here. Or like I say, you can use the back door here. You're looking for the group discussion board. I'm really hammering that one because there's often a lot of confusion early on. Usually the first week, folks will click on the public discussion board and they'll say, well, I don't know where's my writing prompt. And I say, well, it's not going to be there. It's going to be in the group discussion board. So just want to make that very, very clear for you so that you don't feel lost. Um, that should be enough to get you started. Remember, when an announcement is posted, please read it. I'm going to do my absolute best not to overwhelm you with walls of text. If I do, I will probably include an audio file where I'll talk through what the announcement is so you can listen to it, because sometimes I find that that's very helpful for me. I love listening uh, instead of just reading. It helps me to retain a little bit better, especially because there's already going to be a lot of reading in these courses. Um, uh, the main bulk of what you're going to need every week, you're going to go to course content and find that week's folder. In the announcement, I believe I said that every Thursday morning at 8 a.m., the next week's folder becomes live. It goes live. So you're able to start working ahead. Okay. You will also find sometimes you will find information in the assignments folder. For instance, in text analysis, you've got information on your final project is here, but mostly it's going to be in the course content folder. And if there's anything that we place that's in kind of an odd, like it's a special resource, I will always post an announcement about where you can find that information. All of you should have gone to course resources here, downloaded Grammarly for free. It's it's a sweet deal when you're a student. I use Grammarly now all the time. This is if you're having trouble understanding what is MLA. This is the format that we write in. This is our academic format that we use here at Regent. So MLA. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, because if you don't know and you submit something, I'll probably say, let's check the MLA formatting on this paper. The graphic isn't coming up here, but Zotero is a great citation tool. It's where you can put all of your sources so that you can quickly make a works cited page. So this is course resources. This is course resources, which is where we'll put some of this kind of stuff. Download this here, or here's a link that you get a student discount on. So that can be just sort of some side things that you may find helpful. But again, mostly everything you need is in course content. Okay, hopefully that gives you a pretty good glimpse into what you will be needing to where everything is going to be for this semester. I want to let's see a few other things. If you ever need any assistance at all, I'm here for you. I try to be available as much as possible. I almost said 24/7, but that's not true because I have to sleep too. But I try very hard to reply as soon as I get an email from y'all. So please email me if you have any questions, whether it's, I don't know, I need you to explain where the discussion board, the group discussion board is. I don't understand the discussion board prompt. I'm really struggling with that. Can you help me understand what I should be writing about? I'm not sure what the assignment description is asking of me. Please email me. My Regent faculty email address is not the same as my old student address from when I was a Regent student. My email address is johnfor@regent.edu. As you type my name, it's probably going to suggest my old Regent student email address, which bugs me, um, which is at mail.regent.edu. I'm not a student anymore, and all of my faculty mail comes to the at regent.edu address. So please use JOHNFOR at regent.edu. If you send it to my old student address, there's a very good chance that I won't see it until a bit later. I don't check that one quite as often. I don't have it going to my phone, for instance. So please use the correct email address. I will be getting I will be getting emails up until week 6 or 7 that are still being sent to my student address. So um, you will find that these online classes will keep you very busy. Once we start, we start. We hit the ground running, and it doesn't really let up until the end of week 8. We are taking a full semester's worth of information and packing it into half the time. So normally you would get about 16 weeks. We're doing a semester's worth in 8 weeks. So just prepare yourselves accordingly. Work ahead, submit early. When the next week's course goes live, um, take a Sabbath and then get back to your reading. Um, if you find it difficult to keep up with the readings, I have several suggestions. I'm a very busy person. I tend to be very active, and so yeah, a lot of our iDevices, Apple devices especially, I'm a Mac person myself, allows you to have your phone or your iPad read a PDF for you, so you can find the robot voice that sounds the most like a human, and use that as a little trick to take in as much information as you can. So that way you can still go to the gym and work out or run errands and still be reading. Still be reading. I'm a big fan of audiobooks. Um, that is it. That's all. I hope that's very helpful to you, and that this gives you an idea of where we're going and how to find what you need to find. Again, if you ever need anything, I'm right here. I'm just an email away, and I'm really looking forward to getting started and getting to see your work. Thank you, everybody.